Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Gus Sorola.
The long national nightmare is over, everyone. Hello Games and Sean Murray have finally broken their long silence on Twitter following the release of No Man's Sky.
And staying true to form, it was no dumpster fire. We now got a series of deleted tweets, allegations of fake emails, and a whole new mess to sort out, and maybe even an admission from Sean Murray that No Man's Sky was a mistake.
Proving that once again, this game just keeps giving us one shitstorm after another, and how sweet it is.
This is a really weird situation, so you're gonna have to bear with us. It all started early this morning when Hello Games tweeted for the first time in over a month, writing, quote, "No Man's Sky was a mistake."
Well, how's that for a welcome back to Twitter? At first, this seemed like another case of, somebody hacked a video game developer and had themselves a good laugh, because that happens all the time in the tech world, no big deal. Hello Games quickly removed the tweet, made their account protected.
Naturally, everybody was curious about where that tweet came from, with a number of outlets reaching out to Hello Games and Sean Murray for comment.
And that's when things started getting, extra weird.
Weirder.
First, Forbes received an email from Hello Games' official email account stating that the tweet came from a disgruntled employee and that they're currently trying to solve the issue internally.
Intrigue.
Exciting, right?
Things kicked up another notch when Mashable reported the same thing as Forbes, receiving almost the exact email, only this time it was signed by Sean Murray.
All right, okay, we're getting somewhere. But then Polygon reported that the disgruntled employee was, dun dun dun, none other than Sean Murray himself. That admission was sent to Polygon from Sean Murray's email account. The email read, "The tweet is from me, but somebody from the team took it down. We have not been coping well." Well, that's an understatement.
Well, now shit's getting serious. To make matters even more confusing, Kotaku got an entirely different email altogether, again allegedly written by Sean Murray.
That
Seems
email,
a little suspicious.
Yeah, so they're changing stories all over the place. Hey, it's more of a story than No Man's Sky has, am I right? But that email that Kotaku got is considerably longer than the ones received by everyone else, saying, "No Man's Sky was a mistake. I have contacted you because the silence from Hello Games has been unwarranted and unprofessional. The community has asked me to speak up and I have a confession to make. The game was simply unfinished upon arrival. Our hand was forced by not only Sony, but the community as well." Yeah, so that actually doesn't sound anything like it was written by Sean Murray.
The email went on at length to discuss the community's role in No Man's Sky's launch and Hello Games' emotional well-being, accusing fans of treating them with a lack of respect.
Oh boy, okay. So, adding to the confusion about just what the hell is happening between Sean Murray, Hello Games, and whatever hate hole they've crawled into over there, Murray and Hello Games have since both started tweeting again over the last few hours.
While all the weirdness was going down, Murray tweeted to Hello Games, "Nice to see someone use that account at least." Wow. Since then, Murray, or someone using his account, it's honestly hard to tell at this point, claimed that Hello Games server was hacked and that the only mistake was using LinkedIn without two-factor authentication.
So that's in reference to the original tweet looking to have come from LinkedIn. So according to Murray, whoever this particular Murray was, either a hacker or a disgruntled employee, first got their access via an official LinkedIn account, which must not have had two-factor authentication enabled. Murray also tweeted at Hello Games, asking if it was still hacked.
Hello Games then replied to Murray writing, "100% not hacked anymore. Obviously those mails and tweet were fake. Back to work," followed by multiple flexing emojis, which I cannot emulate. I'm sorry. You just have to put
I
them.
can. Watch this. Ready? Hold
There
on.
you go.
There we go.
Multiple ones of that.
So now the entire internet is kind of scratching its head, asking it the same question they did when No Man's Sky first released. What the fuck?
No matter what actually went down here, this had to have been one of the worst ways for Hello Games or Murray to break their silence following the disastrous launch of their game.
Even if it wasn't actually them breaking their silence.
Right. Cleaning up after a hack or a disgruntled employee, Sean Murray snapping and finally going nuts.
All of the above. And really, those are the options here. It could have gone down exactly the way Hello Games and Murray are not claiming it did, with someone hacking their server, getting access to their email accounts, and it would be a little bit nuts if all that was accomplished simply through a LinkedIn profile. But hey, that sometimes happens. These things do kind of go that way on occasion.
That's how it happens. Regardless of whether or not it was a disgruntled employee or a disgruntled fan doing it for the lulz, it's also a little weird that the hacker story changed between emails to different publications, gradually weaving the lie that Sean Murray had finally lost it with the company. If that was the story, why not stick to it from the get-go?
Yeah, and of course the final possible scenario is that this was from Sean Murray or a disgruntled employee who may or may not be Sean Murray, snapping and then patching it up with the company and doing whatever is necessary after the fact to move past it, sort of.
I mean, it's not unlike either Murray or Hello Games to send contradicting or mixed messages before, right? I mean,
Hey,
look what we're talking about here.
Still, it's probably best to give them the benefit of the doubt with all of this, especially given the long email they sent to Kotaku. That didn't sound anything like them. It sounded exactly like something a shitty fan would fabricate.
I also saw, I think in the Polygon article, that the email spelled apologize the American way and not the way they do in the UK,
So,
which was another giveaway.
That's a pretty serious red flag. The UK hates Zeds. Although, considering No Man's Sky's tumultuous few months, it's kind of hard to know what to even believe anymore. The game has just seen way more insanity than any game in recent memory. Not a lot of games get their own subreddits shut down.
We're still talking about it.
Right, exactly.
The last few months have been a bona fide timeline of crazy for the developer, after fans discovered that things weren't the way they'd been made out to be at all in No Man's Sky. The game was missing features and generally didn't have much to do. We've seen gamers return the title en masse, and Hello Games investigated for false advertising.
If that wasn't enough, Sony even publicly distanced themselves from the game's marketing, even though they were largely the ones responsible for it. No Man's Sky community imploded on subreddit. The game has even achieved the lowest possible rating on Steam, with users scoring it overwhelmingly negative.
To be
Spooky.
honest, I was okay with it. I thought it was okay. I had a lot of fun with it.
If you went into that game blind and had no idea what it was or what it had been sold as, it's an adequate game.
Yeah.
It's not an amazing game.
No, it's fun.
But it was fine enough that I spent dozens of hours playing it.
I wish I'd paid less than $60, but
That's the other thing too, is it was marketed and priced and sold as a AAA game, which executionally speaking, it really wasn't.
no. And, we've been saying it all along, but Hello Games hasn't been helping the situation by keeping silent. While it might seem beneficial to avoid controversy, it keeps finding them, and everybody else is writing the story. And now people are even speaking for them thanks to the hack or, whatever it was that went down.
Look, at this point, you have to wonder if there is any way they will ever be able to recover from this launch, which seems even less likely now that they've been hacked and still haven't had much to say about it. You can't really just tell people, oh, those emails were fake, and then hope something like this blows over. It's the internet. They don't forget. They just move on to be mad at something else until you give them something new, like this.
If you want to recover from this launch, they just need some plutonium and some carbon. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of No Man's Sky Twitter and email rampage today? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on whatever the hell happens with No Man's Sky next, like this video and subscribe to the No Man's Sky.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thanks. I enjoyed it. The whole time I was playing it was very much like, why am I still playing this? And yet I still felt compelled to play a little bit more.
Yeah, I lost multiple days doing that, and at the end being like, why did I do that?
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not playing this again. All right, I'll play it again.